A story in 5 words.
Did Mayor Pete destroy aviation? So, Mike, a new report shows that Buttigieg spent $80 billion taxpayer dollars, $80 billion on a DEI agenda while he was transportation secretary, instead of upgrading crappy air traffic control towers that have been causing so many problems lately. So the spending records show that he spent at least half of the DOT's entire budget for a typical fiscal year on DEI. Do you think, is this real?
I believe it's real because something similar happened at the Department of Energy, where they shipped $92 billion out the door. We should have a law that if you own the bank, you're not allowed to rob it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in charge of the Treasury, you can't pay yourself out of the Treasury. Or we should keep these policies so that, for example, Republican or MAGA voices can be a special DEI category, and we can pay ourselves $80 billion on the way out the door.
Yeah, I would like that. Tyrus, this is the thing that gets me about this story, is that it arouses suspicion on the competence of people in charge of your safety. So when you get on a plane and you kind of like look and see who's flying the plane to see who they are, that's not from us. That is from the DEI. The DEI plants these seeds of suspicion in people's heads.
Yeah, I'm extremely racist when I fly.
Yeah.
No, I am. If I see 2 salty-haired old white guys who aren't happy to see me, I want to hug them.
Yes.
Listen, I'm an expert. I was DEI before DEI was fashionable. All my kids are from different ethnicities. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
So I understand what it is.
Yes.
And guess what? It didn't work out. But no planes crashed in my stuff. Just extremely high child support payments. But that's it.
We diversified.
But what Buttigieg did, but we didn't need to even investigate this. Look at the White House. Mm-hmm. It was DI festering ground. There was dudes who were not only just pretending to dress up like women in lipstick, they were robbing people at airports. We had all this. We had drugs in the thing. We had sex in the Senate. It was a DEI breeding ground, literally.
Yeah. And
he was at the front of it. So we need to remember this when he runs for president.
Yeah.
This should be reminding everyone.
Mm-hmm. What about that, Kennedy? Do you want a pilot who got there through DEI? It's kind of like, you know what? If you call me racist for that, I'll take it, because the lives of my family matter more than what you think I am.
Yes, or your immutable characteristics. I would much rather have a pilot who's been dogfighting MiGs for 15 years. And I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Maverick and Iceman.
Yeah.
That's who I want in front of the plane. Every time I get on a plane, I poke my hand in the cockpit, and they think that I'm like a Make-A-Wish person, because I dress like a special little lady, and half the time they call me sir. And I walk in and I go, "We're all counting on you. Good luck." And if they don't laugh, they're not good pilots, because they don't have enough experience to have seen an airplane. And that is a moral failing. But Pete Buttigieg, also, he didn't want to upgrade air traffic control systems. Do you know what his rationale was? Well, if we do that, there are going to be more planes in the sky.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, numbnuts, but if we don't do that, the planes will fall out of the sky, which last I checked was slightly more problematic. Mm-hmm. Go breastfeed your child.
But yes. But do you remember when the plane flipped over and then the whole thing was female pilots?
Yes.
It used to be, and this is, I'm quoting David Mamet, and I'm taking it as word, that before DEI and everything, women were considered the best pilots because they had to try extra hard to get in that position. And so they were the best pilots. And then DEI comes along and it throws all that into question. So then you see a plane turn over and you go like, oh God, were those women pilots? And it's like, you shouldn't be thinking that way.
Unlike Kamala Harris, she got into that position with some yoga stretches and a few Cosmos.
Kennedy, surely you don't mean she was not on the up and up.
Of course she was not on the up and up, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh my God, another airplane reference.
I know, this is amazing. I hope the Zuckers are watching. Tom E., should there be DEI, like Mike says, for pale white men like you?
Absolutely. Our time has come. No, Buttigieg's spokesperson in this whole article, and why does he have a spokesperson anyway? Because he never shuts up. He's always on podcasts and everything else, and then he has a spokesperson go out and defend the DEI. But I've heard him say this as well. The spokesperson said, of DEI, he said, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. And why do people always use that analogy? It's like walking and chewing gum, that's like the two easiest things anybody ever did.
Yeah.
It should be like, we can climb Everest without oxygen and win a chess championship. Because we're talking about air traffic control. It is very, air traffic control, did you ever see those guys working? It's like a tiny screen, and they have a headset on, and they're like, watch out! There's another plane! They're just like, it's stress-inducing. Did you ever play the air traffic control games?
No, I don't, Tom.
It always ends in a
I
crash.
have a life.
Yeah.
It's funny, like you say, they should be able, the phrase, you should walk and chew gum at the same time. They couldn't even say that about Joe Biden. They would just say, he can walk.
Yeah.
And there's no and.
Or Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
We want to know if you can fly a plane while not passing the test at the same time.
Yes.
That's kind of the main paradox.
Well,
at play.
there was one story about that people skip the tests, but I don't know if that ever turned out to be true. But it's just DEI forces you to think this way, and it's not our fault to think that way.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.